So what makes Savi different from the competition, right? All the other solutions that are out there on the market. And it really comes down to two things: our architecture and what we're looking to do with the information and the data. Traditionally, as video surveillance has become popular and affordable over the last 15 to 20 years, where it's essentially ubiquitous across different verticals, anyone that has a physical business has some sort of a camera for the most part that they're monitoring. Accessing that video is where the difficulty comes in. There's traditional video management systems that started back in the late 90s to early 2000s. They place a large server on site. The bulk of all of that video is stored and used there. And it's really only used if there is a really large event that has potential implications to the business financially or otherwise. And so they'll go and pull that video. The second way, besides having a server on site and making it accessible only in those types of events, is it started to migrate where it became more accessible, where you could give more people access to it in the cloud. It was a hybrid managed system. You would manage your users and be able to manage multiple servers through a cloud instance, but at the end of the day, the video was still trapped on site in those servers. With Savi, we truly put 100% of the video offsite in the cloud, so that if anyone needs to utilize that video, they can do it in a really quick and efficient way without ever having to touch or affect the local bandwidth where the video was generated from. The reason we built that architecture is because our primary target customer are multi-site enterprises. They're operating tens to hundreds of thousands of locations. And so if you take that server, the maintenance, the difficulty of accessing, and the upkeep that a server relies on site, and you start to compound that by tens to thousands, it becomes an essentially unmanageable system that really gets used probably for 5 to 10% of the use cases that it could be used. Savi, the architecture, has put 100% of it in the cloud so that it can be unlocked to be accessible from anywhere by anyone in a timely and efficient way, and that it can then be analyzed utilizing new technology as it advances to be able to derive new insights, right? That architecture is really what differentiates us. The second part of that is the intent of what you want to do with that data. Historically, it's been used as an insurance policy from safety and security standpoint. It's the richest unstructured data set that's been trapped in a server. We want to unlock it for all of the other insights that can be derived, whether that's from training and brand compliance, whether that's traditional loss prevention, but making it more proactive, whether that's used by your facility team to make sure that the layouts are appropriate, or gathering data around speed of service. Once you've unlocked that data and removed it from being trapped in an on-site server, there are so many different use cases that have far more reaching impacts on an organization than being an expensive insurance policy. That's necessary, but it's not the end game with Savi.